So now I'm going to begin focusing on color as well as value. What you're going to do is very similar to when you did your Mayan glyphs in our last assignment. So you want everything to look like it's 3D. So we've looked at some images with different colors and things in them for ideas, so you're certainly welcome to choose your own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out for this jaguar, maybe I'll start out with this sort of yellowish brown color here, and I'm going to start sort of filling that in, putting color on there, but I hesitate to say we're coloring because we know we're going to do a lot of color blending as we move further into this. And you want your lines to look a little more painted on. You don't want to have like a scribble scrabble kind of look to it. So I'm going to bring this about halfway across, but then we're going to talk about, well, how would I go in here and create more of a 3D effect with it? So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to use a darker color, so this brown here. I'm going to say, okay, well, if this ear is actually three-dimensional, it's kind of like thinking about the clay on the mask here. It sort of wraps around to the other side. So high relief stuff, more light can touch it. Low relief stuff on the lower edge there and on the inside there, that would be darker. So that's where I'm going to go in and start the effect of darker colors and shadows. So I'm going to start blending this brown into that lighter kind of yellow-brown color there. And already as you're looking at this through the camera, even though I have all these other lines and stuff, this is the part that is most interesting. This has the most visual weight to it. So we actually see where it starts to look more 3D, much like those glyphs that we were looking at last time. So maybe underneath the eye would have a bit of a shadow to it. And then down under the nose here, where the crease for the mouth is. So I'm going to start out kind of darker near the line at the edge. And as I come closer into that yellow color, it's going to fade and get lighter, which is an effect we know is called blending. So you're going to start this and start carrying it across your image. I'm also going to start adding, like, if this is a jaguar, it would have spots to it. So I'm going to start putting some of those on there. Maybe deepening the shadows a little bit in certain areas by adding black to that brown. And putting some shadows and value on the nose here. If you notice, I'm kind of leaving some of the paper showing. So getting a white color pencil to show up on something does not always work. So if you let some of the lightness of the paper show, then you get your 3D effect just from that. So I'm going to continue working on the jaguar's head up here, and eventually I'll work my way across and then onto the face. So I'm going to continue working on mine, and you're going to continue working on yours.